today.
More on that coming up. In the meantime, clothing retailer PACSUN causing a bit of an uproar with a shirt that the retail chain displayed over none other than Memorial Day weekend. Great idea, right? It's a black T-shirt. It predominantly displays the American flag shown upside down across the shirt. Photos have gone viral on Facebook, prompting outrage from veterans and from other Americans as well.
I mean, I know what it means with the flag upside down. It's a sign of distress. But, you know, when you print something like that and you want to make a profit and sell it, it's pretty ignorant.
I don't see anyone in distress with that shirt. And as far as I'm concerned, anybody that disgraces the American flag is an enemy of mine.
David Webb is the host of The David Webb Show on Sirius XM Radio and a columnist for The Hill. And Leslie Marshall is a syndicated radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor as well. Welcome to both of you. I hope you had a very good Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people spent time at parades and honoring those who gave their lives for our country. David, bad timing, ill-advised. What say you?
And ironic, Martha, by the way. I doubt if these brilliant designers and decision makers paused at 3 p.m. yesterday for a minute of silence to honor those that have fought and died in all our wars, who, by the way, preserved their right, idiotic though may be, to use this form of expression. At the same time, they preserved our right as Americans to respond, which is when people stood up and said this is unacceptable. What they miss in this also is you look at the anarchist symbol on the sleeve of this shirt. Do they not understand that those very people who support that symbol, the Guy Fawkes wannabes in life, would actually either burn or destroy their business and or that shirt in their attack on the free market, on America, on capitalism? So basically what we have here is an idiotic designer who may have to face a meeting in the next day or two when they look at their retail sales numbers, which is what the free market does. It responds. People say, I won't shop, I won't go there, and they may well have to have a meeting where they say, what did you do to cost us money
well, they
on
pulled
this
the shirt,
weekend?
And they apologized to the veterans. Leslie,
Too late.
You wonder just sort of, how in touch or how out of touch these people really are putting this in the window. Obviously, they have the right to do it in this country. But once again, it's the question of having the right to do it doesn't necessarily make it the right thing to do.
Well, I think the timing was a poor choice. I wouldn't have made that choice. However, to David's point, this is exactly part of the freedom that my father and so many other veterans fought and continue to fight for Americans to have. There's freedom all around here. I mean, you have the freedom to design it, to print it, to sell it, to buy it, or to protest. And then, of course, the store has the choice to continue despite the protests or not to sell that shirt. But I have to tell you, I'm wondering, because the flag upside down does signal that the country is in distress. And politically, some people feel that way. We hear, in light of a presidential election coming up, let's take our country back. And I'm kind of wondering if there had been a picture of President Obama, as opposed to a symbol of anarchy on the sleeve, if there would have been the same outrage. So I think people look at it as, hey, this is a slap in the face to veterans. Then again, some people with their freedom, their First Amendment rights, are expressing, I love my country, but I think it's in distress.
Martha,
Perhaps. I don't
have
know
to
the
disagree a
intention
little
of the
bit with a
designer.
quick point.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about a ship in distress, a fort in distress. It has a specific application from its inception to turn the flag upside down. And yes, it's used in a broader context for a country in distress, but that is not the appropriate use at this time. So they actually don't understand its use. But again, that anarchist symbol just shows you that this is one of these stupid pop culture idiots out there who thought this was a good idea.
I just wonder how much it's a store that's really sort of aimed at the youth culture, so it's kind of a counterculture T-shirt, I'm guessing, was the original intention of this. But you just wonder how much depth there is to the understanding of what's really going on in the world. You look at the way ISIS is treating human beings, it makes the American flag look pretty darn good at this point. And I just wonder, those days of counterculture were sort of grounded in something a little bit more substantial than perhaps what we're seeing here. Leslie.
Well, I don't disagree with you when you look at the consumers of a store like Pacific Sunwear, PACSUN. And I hear what you're saying as far as the American flag. I mean, I love my country as a woman. I could not do this in most countries, what I do for a living throughout the world. But I do believe that even if you don't like it, that we as consumers have the right to make that choice. PACSUN obviously is going to make the choices any business would based on revenue, based on, future sales of other products.
Yeah.
But we have that right. And there are some people that do feel, David, that the flag upside down is the way they feel about America right now. And they have the right to feel that way and to express it and to buy it or not.
Leslie and David, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Martha.
All right, 10 minutes.